So that was the premise of the movie. And that's why I loved it so much. So then I started reading about cryogenics and I'm like, I want to do this. Now, some of it, like Ted Williams, they just froze his head. So they would put his head on someone else's body, I guess. I would get my whole body frozen. And then, I'd come back, I think, maybe 1,000 years, 2,000 years, and just, see what's going on. Start a podcast.
You imagine that? Podcast won't even be I wonder what would be a thing at that point.
I can't remember what the cost is. There's a cost to it that you have to pay per month. I forget how it works. But I looked at several institutes. It was like the time, I don't think I ever told you about this, how I think I told you how I registered to go to Mars.
Oh, you did?
I didn't tell you about that?
No.
Oh, well, I'll tell you quickly. We were at my lake house, and my cousin lives in Colorado. He was visiting, and there were cookies at our lake house on the kitchen. I ate some cookies. I go and I lay down. I take a nap. I get up. I fall. I get up and I can't walk. I fall through the closet doors. Knocked the closet doors over. Fell through the closet. I can't get up. I crawl to the bed. I climb into the bed. My fiance at the time comes in and said, "What the hell is going on? You broke the closet. What is wrong with you?" And I was like, out of it. And I was like, "What did you do?" So it turned out I ate edibles that my cousin brought from Colorado.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm out of my mind. And I'm on my phone. And I start reading about missions to Mars. And I just think it's the coolest thing ever. So there's actual government missions that are being planned. And then there's private missions that are being funded to go.
Oh, wow.
So I found a private one that I wanted to go on. So the application process takes like an hour. So the first thing that was really demoralizing was knowing that I have zero skills. Like they ask you questions about your skill set, like, because you're building a space station on Mars. Like, I can't change a light bulb. So I can't fix anything. I can't build anything. So it asks what, your job would be if you were to be picked to go on this mission. And I would be promoter of Goodwill because I'm a nice guy. I'm funny. I'd make people laugh. I'd help people get along. They don't want people to, cause drama and controversy. So I do all this application. I'm high as a kite. And at the end, there's two things I read that was troubling. The first was the weight limit. You had to be 215 pounds or under to fit on the spaceship because they were taking so many people. So for me to get down to 215 pounds, I know you're yawning. I would almost have to be emaciated to weigh 215 pounds. And then the second part was you're going to Mars, building the space station, but you're not coming back.
Right.
You're living there the rest of your life. They don't have the funding to bring you back. So that was kind of troubling as well. But my application is still active. The trip is for 2026. So maybe I'll get picked.
So if you get picked, okay, you get to go. You're going to Mars.
I'd have to get the surgery to shrink my stomach.
Right. You probably
to get down to 215. To get down to 215.
So you get down to 215. You're going to Mars. You're not coming back. Okay. How long does it take to get to Mars?
It's a long trip. It's a very long trip.
Are you asleep until you get to Mars?
No, you're on the spaceship. I mean, that's why you can't have drama or anything. There's going to be a lot of people, and the purpose is to build space stations and populate Mars. So I don't. They were taking
a movie where the guy goes on.
What are you thinking? Like Armageddon?
No, it wasn't Armageddon.
The Martian.
Was it It was the Martian, maybe.
with
Where he stuck on the ship kind of deal?
Yeah. Yeah, yes.
He woke up prematurely or something and basically stuck there forever type of deal.
Yeah. So I put in my I was high as a kite. I filled out this application. I realized I have no skill sets. I can't build anything. I can't take things apart. I can't really cook. I'm very useless to the trip. So I put I would be the promoter of Goodwill. I'd make everyone happy and entertain them. Because they're going to be out in space, like spacesuits and building the space station. So I would go to Mars, but I would never come back because they don't come get you when you're done. I would live on Mars.